Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to talk about square roots, okay? So learning goal number 1 is actively find square roots of numbers and evaluate expressions involving square roots. Okay? Square roots is a number that produces a perfect square when multiplied by itself. So like 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, it's a number multiplying by itself. So here's the first 20 perfect squares. Okay. So what times what will give you 1? 1 times 1 will give you 1, so my answer is just 1. Okay, what times what will give you 4? 2 times 2, so my answer is just 2. What times what will give you 9? 3 times 3, so I'm just going to write 1, 3. What times what will give you 16? Okay, what about 25? 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, 225, and so on and so forth, okay? So you probably already know half of this, okay? You probably know all the way up to this, because it's just multiplication facts, okay? So when you look at a square root, you want to be like, what number times itself will give me that number? Okay, so 100. 10 times 10 will give you 100. So the square root of 100 is just 10, okay? So just keep those in mind. You will need to memorize up to 20, okay? Because you will see these on the EOGs, and the likelihood of this being on the inactive part is very likely, okay? So don't use a calculator in today's lesson. Okay, get used to doing it in your head. So find the 2 square roots of 49. Okay? So what times what will give you 49? 7 times 7 will give you 49. Okay? So I have 7 will give me the square root of 49. But what happens if I do negative 7 times negative 7? What does that give me? That also gives me a positive 49. Okay? So the 2 square roots that will give me the square root of 49 is going to be 7 and negative 7. Okay? Or you can write it as plus minus 7. Okay? That is how most people would write their answers. So let's look at 36. Okay. What times what will give you 36? 6 times 6 would give you 36. But also negative 6 times negative 6 would give you 36. So my answer is going to be plus minus 6. Okay? So try doing these 2 on your own. Pause the video and then come back. Okay, welcome. So 10 times 10 will give you 100. Negative 10 times negative 10 will give you 100. So my answer is plus minus 10. Okay, so again that means negative 10 and 10 will give me the answer to the square root of 100. Okay, 121 is going to be plus minus 11. Okay, because 11 times 11 is 121. Negative 11 times negative 11 equals positive 121. Okay, and again, you're just taking 1. Okay. So on another sheet of paper, okay, this is the assignment you're going to turn in to me. Okay, so you need another piece of paper and you need to put practice and you need to label them. Okay, so put 1, 2, 3, 4 and find me 2 numbers that will, if you take the square root, will give you that. Okay, just like what we did in example 1. Okay, so find the 2 square roots of 4, of 64, okay, or of 9. Okay, and this is a 9. Okay. So pause the video and do these, and then press play to continue. Welcome back. Okay, so example 2, now we're going to go back to your notes. So finding the square roots. Okay, this is the, let me zoom in. At the square root of 25, what times what would give you the square root of 25? Okay, 5 times 5 would. So my answer is going to be 5. Okay. Since it's positive, it's going to be positive. Now this is negative. Okay, so whatever this answer is, my final answer is going to be negative. What times what will give you 49? It will be 7. So my answer is negative 7. So the difference is this one doesn't have a negative, this one does. And then lastly, this plus and minus means you're going to have 2. 1 negative, 1 positive. So what times what will give you 16? 4. And that's my answer. So try doing these on your notes. Press pause and then come back to find the answers. Okay, welcome back. Hey, this is a negative square root, so I know I'm going to have a negative answer. What times what will give you 81? And that is 9. Okay, again, this is plus minus, so I'm going to have 2 answers. What times what will give you 64? And that is 8. Okay, and you also may see people write it out like this. Okay, means the same thing. I'll take either one. Okay, so going back to your practice problems, okay, I want you to do these on that same sheet of paper, 5 through 8. So pause the video, do these, and then we will move on. Okay, now that you completed those, let's go to example 3. Okay, everyone loves fractions. Fractions are fun. Okay. So example 3. Anytime you have a fraction, okay, with a square root over it, you first want to see if you can simplify that any further. Can you simplify that any further? No. Okay, if you can't, then you're going to break the square root apart. So you're going to take the square root of the top, and you're going to take the square root of the bottom. What times what will give you 9? 3. What times what will give you 16? 4 times 4 will give you 16. So my answer is 3/4. Okay. So this one, my negative is on the outside, so we know whatever my answer is, it's going to be negative. Okay, 1/100. Can you simplify that any further? You can't, so you're going to break it apart. Okay, what times what will give you 1? Your answer is 1. What times what will give you 100? And that would be 10. So my answer is negative 1/10. And this last one, I have a plus and minus on the outside, so I'm going to keep that. 9/64. Can I simplify that any further? I cannot, so I'm going to break it apart. The square root of 9 is 3. What times what would give you 64? 8. Okay. So that would be my answer. Okay. And that completes today's lesson. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I would love to help you. Okay, so now I want you to complete these practice problems. Okay, so you should have a total of 15 that you're going to take a picture of and that you're going to send to me in Canvas. Don't send it to my email, send it through Canvas. Okay, so pause the video, make sure you have everything copied down. Okay, and then I'll see you later. Have a good day, guys.